and I'm going to walk you through Rivisoft's latest kids game called Color, Shapes, and Numbers. I'm assuming that this is not being watched by a bunch of 3 to 8-year-olds, so I'm going to aim this more at the parents who I think will be making the purchasing decision. So first, this is just the main screen. The only reason I'm showing this is because I find that my daughter likes silly things. And one of the silly things that she really enjoyed was the fact that even on this screen, if you press anywhere, you get to see the very fun star firework thing. But that's really it. Other than this, you can reset the game, which will reset the high score and start things over, or you can press play. So the first main screen you see, and this is really the core of the game. There are 4 other games, but this one comes up the most often. And this is match the shapes, and then it'll be followed by match the numbers. So in this game, really all you do is you find the shape at the bottom of the screen, and then you match it to where it belongs up at the top. And when you do so, it also tells you the name of the shape.
Moon. Star.
And makes fun sounds and gives you some points. So you just go through this. And actually, I find it kind of relaxing. I've obviously done it a lot of times while I programmed it, but it's not that bad. But this game really isn't something that an older kid would enjoy. It's really more for, say, 2 to 8, 3 to 7, somewhere in there. My daughter is 3.5. She enjoys it a lot. I've heard from 5 and 6-year-olds that they enjoy it as well. So if you have a youngster, this is a good one. It's really fun to play with them as well. Not necessarily this game, but some of the later games you can actually have a lot of fun playing two people, and I'll show you that. So on this one, it's just the numbers. Obviously, it says the number in English. If you're trying to get your kid a little head start in English, it's pretty good. And obviously, if you're from an English-speaking country, it's kind of mandatory. So you're learning the numbers, you're matching them on, everything's fine. You go through the first 2 games, and then you have the Build a Snowman game. And this one is a little bit of a puzzle. Very simple puzzle, but a puzzle. And then after that, you match the colors and get to see some snowmen firing out of their head. So I'll quickly put this snowman together.
Match the color.
There we go. And then the 4 new snowmen appear. And what you want to do is get them all to match this color in here. Every time you click, it tells you the color. I'm not sure if you can hear that on the video, but this way they get to hear the names of the colors a lot. And then when they actually match the color, you get to see the snowman fire up. It's a little unresponsive right now. I'm running it through Xcode. It's more responsive on your pad.
Red, pink, purple, sky blue, white, gray, pink, purple, sky blue, yellow, orange, red, light green, white, gray, pink, purple, sky blue.
There we go. Then it'll switch back to the core game. Nothing like repetition to teach a kid. And it also is pretty good for their coordination, because they do have to drop and drag, and it's good practice for life, if you will. And run through my, go back to my numbers.
2, 7, 2, 5, 6, 6.
There we go. Now we have a racing game. From what I hear, this is one of the more difficult ones for kids, although my daughter figured it out pretty quickly. It has a quick little tutorial where you change the color of your car. Press the green light to accelerate.
Press the red traffic light to stop.
Red to stop.
Press anywhere to steer.
And then the steering is just basically you press where you want to go. So you press on 5. Since I'm doing it, I'll accelerate a little.
5.
I think it's QuickTime that's making this slow and laggy, but it doesn't really matter. You still get the point. So this is really easy, but it does force them to hear the name of the number, to click on the number, and they get to see the car drive around, which is pretty fun. They normally enjoy changing the car's color, accelerating and braking. It is a tough one. Oh, I should have gone straight, but such is life. Now, it goes without saying that you wouldn't be seeing the mouse if you're running it on a pad. They'd be touching things with their fingers. These numbers took me a long time to get them right as far as movement. Originally, I built them a bit fast, and my daughter got really frustrated. So now they're very slow. The car is clearly faster, and they can catch anything they need to catch.
Triangle.
So back to the core game, using snowmen, squares, a lot of moons.
New high school. 1.
Practice your numbers again.
6.
You can also do things here. My daughter loves pressing anywhere and watching them bounce up, and she loves trying to put them in the wrong place.
5. 5.
As you can see, you don't have to be overly precise. This is a kids game. Whoop, wrong color there.
New high school.
Now we've got falling numbers. This is the one I find actually most fun to play with my daughter, because one of us will blow up the numbers we don't want, and the other one will try to capture the ones we do. She normally tries to stop me from catching it because it can only handle one press point on the screen at a time. So if you're blowing something up, you can't control where the catcher is going. There we go. We'll clear the screen a little, blow some things up, which is always fun. You also get a point for blowing something up, so it does help your high score. Not that I've really noticed that my daughter pays attention to the score, but in case your child is one who might, then that's kind of fun. And all you want to do is catch the numbers that show down here, obviously. Some kids get a little bit confused with the movement because it's not a drop and drag. It's moving kind of like the old breakout games would move. Basically, you press somewhere and it moves in that direction, but you can't really control the speed at which it's moving. So it takes a little bit of getting used to for them. As you can see, most of the numbers fall very gently, so this isn't overly taxing. When I made them fall more rapidly or more numbers at a time, again, my daughter tended to get frustrated, and I did build this for her to enjoy. So although the game maker in me wanted to make these things a little bit more challenging, it just didn't play well with my target audience. You can also get 2 at a time if you click just right. There we go. 1, 0 through 9.
Well done. Now let's make a picture. Use the arrow buttons and pick a nice color.
As you can see, this one has a tutorial as well. And this is the last one. This is really a drawing game. Basically, any of the shapes that we have in the game, any of the colors we have in the game, they can use to create their own picture. So we'll follow the tutorial. We change a color.
Press the color box to set that color.
And now we're going to set the background color.
Light green.
I will go with
Gray.
something like gray. It'll be
Gray.
a depressing day. There we go.
Add a picture by dragging it to the screen.
It wants me to add a picture, so I'll just drag a sun on up there.
You can change the object's color by pressing the color box after selecting a new color.
I can move the arrows and
Purple, sky
pick another
green,
color.
dark blue, yellow, orange,
I think yellow seems about right for the sun, so
yellow.
do that.
You can pick a new image using the arrow buttons.
Now I can pick a new image. What else do I want?
By pressing the remove button.
Follow the tutorial, so I bring a star out and I click there to
Remove.
delete it.
Now make your own picture. When you're finished, press the back arrow.
So then I'll go in and let's make a nice red house. A little. And I'll grab a couple clouds.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tree.
As you can hear, I'll do a tree. As you can hear, every time you switch the image, it tells you the name of
Green.
the color or the
Sky blue. Green.
shape. So again, it's just repetition. They keep hearing things and they pick it up. My daughter's gotten really good with numbers, surprisingly enough.
Tree.
She's only 3.5.
Yellow, orange, red, light green.
Now let's find a cloud. We'll put one nice little
Sky blue. Green.
sky blue. That sounds about right for a cloud.
Triangle. Square.
Assuming I can find a cloud.
Cloud.
There we go.
Cloud.
Throw a couple clouds up there. And voila. Now we've got such a wonderful picture. I'm sure your child will be able to do a lot better. And that's the last part of the game. So you press this arrow and you're back to the main screen. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed the little video. I hope your kids enjoy the game, and I hope they learn a lot and have a lot of fun. And for at least a couple minutes at a time, stay nice and busy. You may have also noticed there are no ads, there are no links, there's no real trouble they can get into. They're not going to end up on the store buying more stuff we're trying to. Instead, it's just a simple game, helps them learn some things, helps them practice their coordination, and hopefully gives them a little bit of entertainment. Thank you very much. I will talk to you soon.